In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how we did this beautiful transformation on my client. So my client came in asking for long curtain bangs. She had really beautiful thick hair. It was dry on the ends. It was time for a trim. The first thing you want to do when you're cutting long curtain bangs is you want to establish the length. You want to figure out exactly how long you want the curtain bangs to be. Pull it forward and cut a straight line. So you're basically taking small rectangular sections of your fringe area and you're cutting a straight line. You want to hold the hair with a lot of tension and you want to pull it forward between your fingers. Don't ever take sections that are too thick or too big or too long. And don't be afraid to take a lot of hair off, because if your hair is really long, having curtain bangs that are going to be shorter, that go to about the jaw or below the jaw, is perfect. So you're starting in the center, pulling all of the hair forward and combing, and don't be afraid to just keep combing because you want your sections to be super clean and cut a straight line. And you're basically using every section to match up with your previous guide. The first section we took was our guide, and now I'm just pulling all of the hair forward, so this is a really good side view. And now I'm going to start slide cutting to connect the first layers together. So our first section was cut with straight lines, and now the sides sections are going to be slide cut. This just creates a really soft effect on the sides, especially where we have much finer hair on the sides and our temples. I like slide cutting because it blends into the fringe a little bit more softer than if we were just cutting straight lines. I just find that when hair is really fine, it's easier to slide cut. You can also use a razor for this. Now moving on to my next section. So you can see, because her hair is so heavy, I have to take small sections one piece at a time. So I went back into the middle part where I cut my first curtain fringe, tilt her head a little bit back so I can really pull that hair forward, and then found my guide and then went ahead and just cut a straight line. So you can see now the curtain bangs are starting to show. I'm very excited about this. I love how this is turning out. And just keep doing the same thing as you move around the round of the head. Now coming around to the temples, I'm cutting what I can, but I just find slide cutting is just much easier. Once the hair is dry, I'm gonna go back in and cut off any pieces that don't blend in very well. Moving on to the other side, so you can see her fringe is really heavy and her sides are really light. So slide cutting is the perfect thing to do, and anyone can do this. Just make sure that your shears are sharp and that you're coming down the right angle. You're not taking off too much. You still want to preserve a lot of the length of this haircut. What I love about this is that we are giving her really cool bangs, but we are preserving the length. Once you're done with that, you want to go back to the middle part and just keep creating those layers that we did in the beginning, because this is going to be your focal point. And all you do is basically just keep moving around the round of the head, pulling the hair forward in between your fingers and cutting off all the length that you need to be cutting off, connecting all of the layers together and moving around the round of the head until you have finished the entire head of hair. So now you can really see all of the layers coming out. So I gave my client a full blowout, and this is the magical moment of when we blow dry the curtain bangs. This is my favorite part. Look at that. It's so nice and so luscious and so amazing. It's kind of hard to believe that that was such a simple technique to do. I love what we did for her because she has such wavy hair, so she is able to wear this straight or wavy and in her natural curl. For every haircut that I do, I have to do a dry cut at the end just to refine everything and make sure I got all of the layers. So I just pulled all of the hair forward exactly how I cut it when it was wet, and I'm cutting off any hair that didn't really make the cut, pun intended, and slide cutting using the same technique, opening and closing my scissors so that I can get all of the hair. And now I'm just opening and closing. This is called notching, Basically, it's not straight across cuts. I'm just doing a lot of point cutting. Point cutting just allows the hair to fall softly, and she's going to be able to wear it both curly and straight. And you can see there's a huge layer there that I didn't get when the hair was wet. So going through the hair when it's dry is a really, really great idea, and it blends the hair really, really well so that you don't get any just strong, blunt haircuts that are that could be really cringeworthy when you go to air dry your hair. It could really just look like a shelf. So point cutting just softens the layers, and it allows me to see how the hair is going to fall. So you can see now as I shake the hair out, it looks soft, it looks healthy, it looks bouncy, it looks absolutely gorgeous. This is the entire tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if I helped you, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps a lot in building this channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.